Cool. Welcome everyone, it is absolutely amazing to be back for another flight in Flight Simulator, and we're going to continue our trip, but I'm going to shout out to Stu, Barker and DJ. Thanks for joining me to start the flight off, and can I get a sound check please from all of the three of you? If you can just check that the sound's okay. Does my voice need to go louder? Does the music need to go lower? And then once we're in the air, we'll be able to... once we get into the air, we'll check if the engine sounds are okay. So just check in the sound volume, and the guy, I think ground staff is about to hit or go through myself. So just again, check in the volume. Is the volume okay? Thank you, DJ. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty. So, again... Oh, I've lost connection. This is not good. But we seem to be fine on the stream. So hopefully that will fix itself up. We'll just make sure we are all good to go. Thanks, Stu. And again, a big shout out to Stu. His aircraft is stuck. He can't see this, but on my screen, oh, connection's back up. His aircraft was stuck over here, so hopefully that he'll show back up on the screen. But let's get started, and hopefully the connection... Oh, the flight plan I haven't updated on Streamlabs, so don't bother doing flight plan, exclamation flight plan, because that's not up to date. I have forgotten to do that. But I hope everybody is well, and I hope you guys can continue to fly along with me. I know some of you already said that you can't stick around, but that's okay. Thank you so much for jumping on for the start of the flight. So we are heading out from Mallacoota, where we left off today. We are going to just do a quick flyby. We're not going to land. We're going to land, fly over Gabo Island. Hey Brett, I know that you've got a stream coming, but thank you for dropping in as well before your stream starts. I appreciate it. And then we're going to fly close over, or right on the tip of the New South Wales-Victoria border. We're going to head straight up the side of the border, and we're going to go over a couple of little sightseeing areas, and then we're going to head to Benambra airfield. And then we're going to follow the Murry, or the start of the Murry, up, right up to Corryong airfield. So it's going to be, oh, I guess about an hour and a half. We're in the Piper Warrior, and we'll see how it all goes. So let's get everything started. I'm hoping the connection is all up and running again. I will see if we can see Stu. It's not on yet. He was here, but the connection dropped out. So we'll see how we go, but let's get the bird started up. And... Alrighty, so we've got lights are on, just checking they're all working, and let's get started. Now this is the update, they just updated the Piper Warriors, so from Just Flight, or not long ago, so I haven't flown it since the update, so that's going to be quite interesting. We're on the West servers, Stu. Okay. Oh. Oh. Why are we not starting up? What have I forgotten? Again, I don't know if they've changed anything with the update, so that's going to be interesting. Fuel, right. Alright, let's put mixture right. Alright, let's put the pumps on C. That's better. Now we've got it started. All good. Let's go. Just check in again that all our sounds are okay. Fuel's all good now, Stu. Sorry, Brett. But yeah, I didn't know if they changed anything in the update of the aircraft, which just came through, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like I just needed to flush it and it started up. So all good. And I'm just going to bring the throttles back again for a second. We have wind. Just having a quick look at the wind. So we can pretty much take off from, where are we? 3-6. So let's do that. And thanks, Stu, for jumping on and flying with me. I appreciate it. And I hope everybody's had a super weekend. And we're going to take off from the gravel. Flaps down a notch. Don't really need them. There's actually very little wind out there today. 5 knots. Pedals are a bit stiff today. Alright, let's get into the air. So I don't know if any of the handling or aerodynamics have been changed. Whoa. Definitely pedals need a bit of work. Their sensitivity looks like they've gone up quite a bit. Whoa, very up. Whoa. All good. Now I have got the live weather running, but we'll see if that allows us to give enough visibility. Otherwise we'll turn the live weather off and change that up. We're going to head straight to a bastion. But when we approach this area, Mallacoota area, on our last flight. It was absolutely stunning. We'll get some outside views now. Look at that. Break through the cloud cover and the absolutely stunning morning. Can't get better than that. Absolutely beautiful. And looking like a golf course of some sort up ahead. But it does look like the clouds get a little heavier up ahead. So I'll probably stick around 5,000, but I'm guessing we're going to be right in those clouds, so I'm probably going to bring the weather back a little bit so we can get a clearer trip and a little bit better views for everybody on the stream. Okay, that should be about right. There we go. So there's Mallacoota over there. Looking absolutely beautiful. And we'll head over to Gabo Island. Which again, as on last stream, we actually did a flyby as we came into Mallacoota. And it was part of one of the updates for the Australia update on the sim. Look at that, between the clouds, we're very lucky. Yeah, they added the lighthouse there, which is very, very nice. We'll try to go between the clouds. And we'll drop through here. Yeah, I've seen it, Brett. It's absolutely nuts. I did actually... Oh, there's Stu. I did jump onto quickly onto the stream last night. But I had so much going on that I couldn't actually jump in for any reasonable time. But yeah, the weather is absolutely nuts, isn't it? We're quite lucky we're down here in Victoria at the moment, aren't we? We've got it pretty clear at the moment. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. The island through the clouds. That is absolutely amazing. There's Stu. There he is. Stu's going for a flyby. We're a bit high, but we're going to stay up here at 5,000. Stu, but you can go for a flyby of the lighthouse if you wish. But the lighthouse is right there. You can see it on the point of that island, Gabo Island. And then we're going to head towards the border, and then we'll follow that around. Absolutely looking amazing. Stu with the flyby, and he's in the Trinidad as well, so he probably got a bit more power than I do, Stu. And let's head towards the border. So you had the bad weather on your flight, Brett? Sorry. On your flight yesterday? Hey, DJ. How are you doing, DJ? Alright, so right on that point, really can't point to it, but I'll tell you when we're right on that border of Victoria, New South Wales, there's that little stretch with the sand and the greenery grass right in the middle of it. Yeah. And it's looking pretty nasty, but we'll see as we go inland. It might get a bit better for us, but we don't know. So pretty much the border is right there on the tip of the nose. That is pretty much the border of New South Wales and Victoria. So we're going to head now inland and up the mountains again. And this is where we might hit these clouds. Whoa, it's not looking too good. And let's put some power. I'm going to speed up a little bit, Stu, but you should be able to keep up, because the flight should take about an hour, and if I get some speed up, probably an hour and 15 maybe. Alright. And the weather isn't looking too good. Yeah, Gamers Jet, that's 100% right what Brett's saying. The controller. So if I'm at the moment I'm using my mouse, but if I go and use my, I'll put an autopilot on in a moment, but if I use my Xbox controller, that's the Xbox controller now. So as you can see, it's a little smoother than the mouse. But the mouse isn't too bad. It's more when you do the drone shot where the Xbox controller comes into its as a star. So if you go and, you know, it's very smooth, and then you can set up all the sensitivities and how fast the drone moves. So look at that. Actually, look at those clouds. That is just crazy. Better drop down a little bit. But you're 100% right. Over the New South Wales border there, the clouds are looking pretty nasty. The music, I use, what do I use? I use Epidemic Sound, and I just have that playing basically in the background. And you can set it up on separate channels and that, but I pretty much just have it playing. I have a playlist, but I just basically today I just selected beats, and I have the beats just playing through its own playlist. And yeah, that's pretty much as simple as that. I pretty much have everything on full, 100% full, and I'm now going to turn that weather back because we'll put some clouds because I like the clouds. We'll see how we go with some scattered clouds. So I still like the clouds because, as you said, Gamers Jet, it looks amazing with the clouds. Alright, we're probably going up a bit high, so let's bring it back a little, but we're just skimming the tops of the clouds. Gonna come back a bit. We're getting a bit high. We're at about 7,000 now, Stu, or just over. Where's Stu? Is he around? He should be around. There he is. Stu's at the right altitude. I'm a bit off course, aren't I, Stu? I will head back to where I should be passing over Wallagara, I think it is, in a moment. But we'll head towards there. There you can see it just through the clouds. How good does that look? Just gonna descend a little bit. We are a little bit high. I like to be close to see the ground as long as this cloud cover keeps us or allows us to do so. There it is. So here we go. About to pass Wallagara, if I'm pronouncing that right. Wallagara. And that's the same name for the river down there. That just looks stunning. Look at that. Gamers Jet, no problems. I don't need any tip, mate. It's all good. I'm just happy that you're on here having a chat, enjoying the chill stream. But no, mate, not. Actually, that's going to be good, Brett. I don't know if that works. So if $1 works, I've just set that up recently. So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Oh yes, it does. It does work. Beautiful. Oh, there it is, Wallagara and the river of the same name. But look at that, absolutely stunning. I might set up, see how Autopilot goes now with the new update. So I'm going to jump in. Let's hope it doesn't crash everything. Hey. So we've got GPS set up. I'm going to throw on Autopilot, and we're going to do nav and see what happens. And we're going to stay the same altitude. Whoa, I'm just going to check this out and see what the Autopilot does and see if it's going to take us back, isn't it? So where is it going to take us to? So Brett with 21 and Stu with the 415 $1. And Autopilot, I think, is taking us back to the last waypoint. We'll see, we'll see. Otherwise, we'll take it off. But if that's what it seems to be doing. We're not too far from the last waypoint, so we'll see what happens. Will it turn back around now? The waypoint of Wallagara. It's not, or it is. No, it's not. Alright, we'll turn that off. Sorry there, Stu. We backtracked just to see if the autopilot was on nav. I might just have to use heading. We'll go back and head back to our next waypoint. Alright, we'll see if we can deal with the heading. Where's the heading going? Alright, we'll see how that goes. No, still playing. No, that's okay. I just had the heading up in the wrong direction, but that's all good. We'll fix that up now. And we'll slow down because you seem to be taking us not a steady flight. So this is the first time I've flown the Piper Arrow since the update. So just double checking. We're all over the place, but we are going to head back on track now. Hey Rollins, Brett, thank you for dropping in. I know you're on a stream as well. Understand, mate. Understand. And thank you very much for dropping in for the start of the stream. So it's playing up with the altitude. Let's lock in this altitude. I might do it manually. And enable hold. No, you want to go up. Hold altitude. That's it. Good. Alright, we're heading now towards, we're not going to be able to see it, but we're going to go over Genoa Falls, and then we're going to head, we've got a bit of speed on as well. We're going to pass over the Snowy River. If you remember, we've been over the Snowy River quite a bit on the journey around Australia. So this trip is we started off, we did Tasmania, and now we're halfway through Victoria. Put some more speed on here so we can get this trip going. Yeah, so we've gone through half of Victoria, and we are heading back to follow the Murray now on the border of Victoria around to the South Australian border, which will be interesting. There's a lot of nice country towns on the way. So let's go and have a look at how we're looking. Absolutely beautiful. Now I also run the Bijan fauna mod, so that changes the colors of everything, especially the trees and shrubs and even the textures of the ground, depending on the season. So obviously it is summer down under, so it is set to summer, but wait until we hit autumn or fall. It looks amazing with the multiple colors. But thanks for everybody who has joined so far. There's a few on the stream. But we've got a pretty chill trip. And I've got to make sure, because the nav wasn't working, I'm doing everything by heading. And let's head to our next waypoint. And I'll explain now. If you do the exclamation mark flight plan, I haven't set that up to show the latest flight plan, so my apologies. Munro Juicy, how are you? Nice to see you here. So now we're heading to the, or over the, let's see, the Can River and the Monaro Highway. We'll be heading over that. Then we'll go towards Snow River, and we will head towards, we probably won't see it on the sim, but before we come into our next airfield, we're going to go past Mckillips Bridge over the Snow River. And then we'll land, not too far from there, we'll land at Benambra Airport, or Airfield. Yes, DJ, 100%. DJ, you can land absolutely anywhere. And if you actually turn off damage to the aircraft, you can absolutely land anywhere. But as long as it's flat, if you've obviously got it set up a little realistic, you will need to have a pretty flat area with no trees and that sort of thing. But a road is no problems. Actually, there's a couple of mods that are out for Australia at the moment, free emergency runways, where in Australia we have a lot of freeways set up because of the vast distances as emergency runways. And I have a couple of those mods, and I think sometimes throughout our flight we'll actually definitely pass over them. So we can probably give them a shot and go and land on some of the roads that are set up for emergency runways. They also, you know, have signs up. If you actually drive past them and so forth, they have signs up warning the traffic that this is an emergency runway, so keep an eye out for aircraft landing. So yeah. Let's have a look if we can spot Stu. Are we still around? There he is. There he is. Looking brilliant. I know we don't have live weather set up. We'll pop it back on a little bit later to see if it's improved. But even with the current weather settings, everything looks stunning. Hi Arcos, how are you? Thanks for popping in and joining the stream. We're just enjoying a chilled flight today. We are heading out, pretty much we started at Mallacoota. Going to head over to Benambra Airport and then head up to Corryong Airfield, which is pretty much, we're going to follow the Murray up there. So yeah, it's going to be a fun one. Formation flying by Stu. Trying to. He's in the Trinidad today, which is a beautiful aircraft to fly. But how good does that look? See you DJ, thank you for popping on. I appreciate the support in here. Just being here is the support, which I love. Having everyone to chat to. And yeah, have a good sleep, mate. And yeah, enjoy. Thanks again. So how you doing, Arcos? You good? Rolly Silvers saying ha 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 ha. What's up, Rolly? Yes, looking very nice and very nice. The weather is just right. We can see around the clouds. Everything's just looking absolutely stunning. Adam Game Station, nice to see you here. Thanks for dropping by. Hope you're well, mate. Arcos, that's great that you're fine. And again, just chilling. Adam, we're just on a nice cruisy flight. Not going to be able to see what, well, actually we will be able to see what we're flying over at the moment, but it's only a road and a river. And there's Stu. Oh no, the clouds are going to be right in the right spot. So off the nose, let me see if I can get a view. Probably can't view, but at the top of the screen of the nose of the aircraft there is the Monaro Highway, and I think it's the Khan River. But we are looking absolutely amazing. But this cloud cover could become a problem. Just floating atop it. Alrighty, so we are heading over to our next. We'll head back to the Snowy River. We've flown quite a few times over the Snowy River on our journey so far. Don't know if anybody has. I actually wish I had this when we flew through the mountains, the highlands of Victoria, which we're sort of partly going back to at the moment. But when we flew over those, there's an update that came out that has all the ski lifts and all that sort of stuff, gondolas and that add-on, free add-on. So it's looking really nice. I went and checked it back out, added that in. It's a free mod that you can get from flightsim.2. But that would look really nice with where we're potentially going over with the snow was up there. But I don't know if we're going to see any of those lifts where we're going at the moment. But I would highly recommend that area and go and fly back over Falls Creek and Hotham Heights and that sort of area, because the ski lifts and so forth throw the snow on and it would look amazing. Current altitude, Adam, is 7,800 feet. So I'd probably prefer to be at 5,000, but we'll probably be in those clouds. Just because I like to be closer to the ground, because I love the views. And we're not flying live weather, because I'll show you in a moment. We might have cleared up, but live weather is very, very... well, you can't see anything. It's too cloudy. Heavy cloud cover. So, at least with what we've got, you get the beautiful visuals with the clouds, but we can still see obviously the ground as well. So we're just over at National Park area at the moment. But we're going to have to get some altitude, I think, because we're getting back into the mountains. But we're getting close to back to the Snowy River, which is not far away. And there is a smaller river down there, but I don't know what that river is. It is absolutely stunning, Adam. It's looking amazing. Let's see if we can move around, making sure that we're not going to hit anything. See if we can spot Stu again. Oh, he's right off my right wing. There he is. Haha. 100% Adam, the live weather is a representation of the actual weather. I'll show you now. Actually, let me just. How good does that look with the sun? So I am running just head in autopilot because the nav is not. Well, it was functioning, but it turned around and took us in the opposite direction on the flight plan. So let's go have a look at what the live weather looks like again before we hit the snowy river. Ooh, and we're in the mountainous region again. We've got chicken in the, I think he's in the Otter. The twin Otter, I think he's in. Obviously, he's flying himself. He's not obviously part of the stream. But obviously having a nice flight in the similar area that we are. So let's throw. I'm just hoping that we don't cause any crashes or anything. So live weather. Oh, it's cleared up. We'll keep this. We'll keep this. It's cleared up where we are anyway. Looks like there's still some pain ahead when it comes to clouds. But that is now live weather. Adam Games Station. Yeah, the weather down in Victoria isn't too bad at the moment. It's really north. Queensland is absolutely not too good at the moment. And heading into New South Wales is not good as well, south of Queensland. So they're having a lot of rain, an absolutely hell of a lot of rain. There's floods. It's actually not too good at all. But in Victoria, it's still quite warm, but I think we're going to get some rain soon, but it hasn't rained for some time actually. So we're back in, is it Benambra National Park at the moment? So this is all national park. As we head back to the high country. And we're probably, ooh, what's my ETA? Might not. We're about halfway to our next airfield. But it would have been quicker because if it went direct, but I like to fly over some sites. So the next site we're flying over is, I think, the Snowy River. There we go. So it's the Snowy River National Park. With Stu doing some fun flying around the front. How good does that look? We might speed up a little bit, get this moving a little. Just letting that mixture a tad. That's it. So we're at about 145 probably knots once this accelerates. I know. It's not good at all, is it, Adam? It's not good when you see floods like that. I do like the addition of the PMS50 GPS and nav system. It's really nice. So I'm pretty sure that was part, I might be wrong, but it might have been in here for a while, but I haven't flown the Arrow but for a while, but there was a big update, so I'm pretty sure that was part of it. So I'm guessing you're from that area, Adam, so I hope you're safe, and family and friends are safe as well. Absolutely stunning. I probably should think we might be okay altitude rise, but we probably need to head up a little higher going into these mountainous regions. And again, for all who are joining at the moment, we're just on a chill leg, or a couple of legs, with some sightseeing, moving up the north border of New South Wales, Victoria. Following that up, we'll hit the start of the Murray. We'll follow that up to, I think we're moving to Corryong. I got that right. Corryong, but we're still going to head to Benambra Airport, and then we'll head north, following the start of the Murray, and then follow the Murray north. So we're doing the circumnavigation of Victoria. This is halfway through. I pre-record some, but then I've started live streaming some of them at the moment as well. I'm actually preferring the live stream. I'm enjoying the live streams more, so I'm obviously doing a lot more of those rather than the pre-recorded. The biggest advantage I find with the pre-recorded ones is I can put a bit more effort into the, not effort, but a bit more research into the history of the areas I fly or the aircrafts I'm flying and so forth, which you'll see if you watch some of those other videos. Oh, great, Adam. That's good to hear. Good to hear. Alright, we're going to head small amount to the north. We are heading, so we are over the Murry River. I think it's the national park now. But as I said earlier, oh, there's Stu again. As I said earlier, we have flown over the Snow River quite a few times on our legs, especially in the high country. And that's where I think we're heading towards now. That is absolutely stunning. Just look at that. Just flown a lot of the sim, I think, Adam. Yeah, I've just been I've been simming for a while, or quite a lot. Obviously, Flight Sim 2020, but also other flight simulators and things. So yeah, just utilizing it, simming, and obviously watching other streamers. Yeah, that's sort of how I've sort of learnt where everything is at. Different aircraft, obviously, you've got to learn what's what and where the buttons are and that sort of thing. I do have a Bravo yoke and throttles and so forth, so a lot of the switches and so forth are on those that I can do without having to use the mouse to find those. But Most of these GA aircraft are very similar. It's just things are in different spots. So once you sort of know one, it is quite straightforward to get into some of the others. It's when you start getting into the jets and so forth that things get quite more complicated, or you know, a 4-engine aircraft. But the more engines you've got on a prop, it's basically you just have another dial or another readout for that engine, so it's not hugely amount different, but you've just got to manage more at once. But I have most things set, everything's set to realism, so which reminds me, I should have checked my fuel before I took off from this flight. Where is our fuel reading on here? Let's have a look. Here it is. We're okay. Fuel pressure, fuel usage, yep. We're all good. That is looking stunning. Look at that. Flying through the light cloud cover. Stu's coming up just below me. Stu, you must be right on treetop down there. And now look at these mountains. They drop off to these valleys. Just stunning. So we're heading towards the actual Snowy River. We're in the Snowy River National Park, but then we'll head over to a couple of little towns. Well, not really little towns. It's we're going to go through a gorge, which will be fun. We'll see how that is. I think we can see the gorge right here. But we're over Snowy River, so again, we're not going to see it too well. We can see the Snowy River, but there is a bridge down here called the Mckillips Bridge. Probably should have researched. Not far from it, Stu. Yeah, you definitely are a treetop. So yeah, a bridge called Mckillips Bridge, which I think is a little historical bridge down here. But there it is, off the nose, the Snowy River, and we're going to head left. So let's go I'm going to take it off autopilot. Slow down. We're going to head to a gorge now. So we'll go down. You can see on our left, there's a gorge. It's called the Little River Gorge, I think. I'm obviously too high, so I probably won't get down there, but Stu, you will. So if you follow the flight plan, Stu, if you've got that up, or follow me, it's the Little River Gorge we're going to go through, which you can see just below me, but we'll try to get in there, so do have a bit of fun. But look at that. Absolutely stunning. So we're quite high still. We're still sitting just over 6,500 feet. Should turn that alarm off so I can set the throttles back. But oh, Stu straight in front of me. And you can see the river running through the gorge there. get too fast. If we go over speed, we will crash. Structural damage. We don't want that. Alright, so this is the Little River Gorge. Let's head back up. But it's actually a beautiful day. There is no wind. The live weather's back on. The clouds are clearing. And a zero wind. Great day to fly. And let's hit that autopilot again. Don't want to go up. We want to go up. No, we're going to raise up first. Alright, we'll get a bit of height. We're coming up to the mountains again. And we're heading towards our last, the Marble Gully Natural or National Park area, and then we're heading in for our first airfield, and then we'll head to the Murray and follow that up to our next one. So Benambra Airport is where we're heading for now. We probably don't need to get too much higher than this. We will hold our height. Beautiful. So I am just using the heading direction for autopilot because for some reason the nav was turning me in reverse of the flight plan. Go out and have a look at some views again of this beautiful area that we're in today. Oop, that's not working. My controller for the views is not working. Great angle though. Look at those mountains. Absolutely stunning. And Stu again off my left wing, and I'm down low with you now, Stu. Treetop surfing as we're coming in to our first airport. Whoa. Nice precision flying there, Stu. Probably should have set go back. Probably should have set a transponder. Just check, I've got GPS here, so just trying to work out why our nav wasn't working. Might give it another go after we take off from this airport. Absolutely amazing. High country again of Victoria. Obviously a lot of snow in this area in the season, but not now. It's set as summer. Alright, so we are going to come straight off this mountaintop, and there's going to be an airfield in the little valley ahead of us. It's going to be interesting. I haven't been to this one before, so we'll see how we're going. We've got no wind, so that makes it pretty straightforward. We actually will be able to do a straight in approach, Stu. Let's take off autopilot. Disabled. And it's going to be... oh, it's not the one ahead, it's the one to the right. We're going to head right in a moment. So we're over Marble Gully Mountain. Look at that. These hills, mountains are looking spectacular. And that lake in front of us is where the airfield is, just in front of that. And it should be pretty much a straight in approach. Absolutely gorgeous. And the beautiful Piper arrow, look at that. When we land, here we go, we better start descending. I wonder if we can see the airfield. I think it might be straight to our right. It's only going to be a dirt runway, there it is. So we'll start descending now. So it's just, let me see if I can point just off the nose there is the airfield. Nick. Hey, Nick, how are you? Downloading the game right now. Does it automatically put you in an online world? So if you were to fly where you're flying, I would see you. Pretty much. You've just got to go and make sure your data is set to multiplayer, and I'll show you. When I land, if you're still there, I will show you. But we're way too high here, so hopefully I can... I'll have to do some urgent descending here. That's just a warning to say, I'll throttle back, put your landing gear right down if you're going into land. We are gonna have to maybe throw some flaps down to slow down. See if we can get in without having to go around. We are very high. We should be good though. Stu's just come off there, and I'm not going to put the landing gear down to the last minute. Nick, but if you're downloading the game, it takes you it's a huge game. Sorry, game. It's not a game, is it? If you're downloading the sim, it takes a hell of a long time just because it's so huge. So I don't know if you'll be able to get on this time, but yeah, that's right. No worry, don't worry, Nick. You'll be able to jump on the next one. Don't stress. Is that a road, or I'm trying to see? There's an airfield to the left. There's an airfield to the right. I'm pretty sure it's the one on straight ahead, but that could be a road. Oh no, it is. It is this one, but it's very confusing with that. Grass, looks like a grass strip on the left, just left of Stu there. Nice one, Stu. Oh, I definitely know my pedals are very sensitive at the moment because for some reason it looks like my sensitivity has been changed on them, so this is going to be interesting. Beautiful. Yours too, Stu, was nice and smooth. I'm just going to grab a drink, Stu, and then we'll take off. All right, just give me a second. Okay, I am back. Let's continue the flight. Alright, what have we got in chat here? Regan Gamer! Hey, how are you, mate? Good to see you here. Yes, we are. It's an afternoon flight for you, a morning flight for me. But thanks for dropping in, and thanks for hitting the like button. And yeah, having a great day, mate, and I hope you are too. So we are flying, we're about to head off from Benambra. Stu's flying with me today, and we're going to head up. And we're going to follow the Murray up. We're going to find the start of the Murray. We're going to head up to our next airfield, the last one for the flight, which is Corryong, Yankee Charlie, Romeo Golf. And then we're going to, yeah. So we're going to get off. Let's go. Stu, take off. Off we go. Let's get this, let's go. Not going to stick around. Thank you so much, mate. I appreciate it. And yeah, let's go. There's no wind here, so we can take off in any direction we want. Looks like Stu's just getting up in the air. You know what? I'm doing the same. Let's just go. Beautiful little airfield right next to the lake. And we're going to take a right. Thanks, Regan. Thank you very much, mate. They're very chilled, aren't they? You know, this one and Farming Sim, they're very chilled streams. Not like a Fortnite stream or something like that, which or that you got to concentrate a lot. Well, you know, you do. Oh, my gear hasn't gone up. Let's bring the gear up. But let's head off to our next waypoint, which is McFarlane Lookout. So let's go up there. Let's get the world map on there. Oops. And we're going to have to head up higher because we're in the mountains. It is very fun, but as we simmers say, Regan, it's not a game, it's a sim. Don't worry, I had a slip of the tongue before as well. Yeah, the new Elden Ring, that looks amazing, doesn't it? I don't have it, not my kind of game, but but watching it, it looks stunning, doesn't it? Absolutely stunning. The art and the graphics are just unbelievable. No wonder there's a look at this stunning mountaintop just here. Definitely would. If this is the lookout, no, this is not the lookout, but there should be a lookout on this one. It'd be a great view from up here. If you get tracked up here, look at the view of the lake, the airfield, the surroundings, the mountains, the valley on the left here. Beautiful. Alright, let's get our autopilot set up so we can look at some views. Gonna head just to the mountains, Stu. I'm gonna head to 7,000 again. Definitely been watching some of it though, Regan. As I said, it's probably not my type of game to play, but to watch, yeah, it's not too bad at all. It's quite entertaining. I'm sort of, when it comes to, and you probably noticed from what I play and what I put on the channel, I don't like, doesn't have to be realistic in terms of 100% realism, but I don't like anything like, I guess things that don't exist or can't exist. So yeah, you know, like monsters and all that, I say, yeah, whatever. But I like watching them. I will say Horizon, I love that look. That looks pretty cool. And I did play the first one, not the newest one. But this is there it is. That's the lookout down here. McFarlane Lookout. So there's that mountain down there. Actually, that looks really nice. That's actually rendered in really nice. Well done, Microsoft Flight Sim. That's rendered in stunning. Actually, I'm just going to set the autopilot on. But that actually looks absolutely great. The way that the mountains have been done there, the cliff face and everything, is beautiful. Yeah, no, 100%, you're right. There's a lot of older people playing that at the moment. Alright, so now what we're doing here, we are heading towards, now what's going on with my GPS and my autopilot? It's really playing up. All good, just getting itself on the track. We are heading towards the start of the Murray. So we're probably not going to see it because it starts off quite a small river, but we're going to head from the Murray here and then we're going to follow that up to our next and final airport or airfield for the leg for this flight. And we're actually going to fly by the, well, we're not, it's going to be the Kosciuszko National Park, but that's where Australia's highest mountain is. Yeah, we're not going to be as close because that's obviously the New South Wales side and we're trying to stick to the Victoria side, but we might get a view. But as you can see ahead of us, it is very, very, very high. Now, what's going on? We're heading higher. Oh, it's going to trim down a bit. That's alright. We'll get a bit more. We're at 9,000. We are going to need more height here, Stu. Forget about the flight plan, the exclamation mark flight plan. It's got the previous flight plan on it. I didn't update it. So don't bother doing that. But I can tell you we started off at Mallacoota. Today we headed over Gabo Island. And then we've just taken off from Benambra. And now we're heading towards Corryong. But we're not going direct. We're following the Murry River. Alright, see. So we're still in Victoria at the moment, but we're going to get pretty much spot on. We're going to do literally a couple of minutes going over New South Wales to cut back to Victoria. And once we go to the start of the Murray, and we'll actually follow for most of the next leg all the way to the next state or close to the next state. We're going to be following the Murray River, which crosses into South Australia. So we're pretty much going to be following that for the rest, or for most of the rest, probably another 50%, 40% of the legs in Victoria before we pull back south to the coast of Victoria, and then we're gonna backtrack to where we head. So we headed over from Tassie and we came over to Apollo Bay, which is a beautiful, beautiful seaside town of Victoria, and we flew in there from Tasmania when we finished the Tasmania round trip, and then we headed to the east of Victoria, and that's where now we're heading back to the west. Well, we're north, and then we're going to head west, and then we go south back down to meet up or just close to Apollo Bay, and then we're going to head straight up the coast back to the west, which will head into South Australia, which apparently is absolutely stunning when it comes to the visuals and what Microsoft puts on. Now, what is that ahead of us? Interesting. We are in the very high country region, so there isn't much here. It's country. This is sort of where we are now. There's not much around in terms of civilization, but there is, obviously you can see tracks and roads because it's a snow. There's obviously a lot of snow around here, high country, and not where we are now, but there'll be ski slopes and so forth. If you go and look in this direction, you can see those far mountains over there. They are some of the we've flown over those already, but that is in the far distance. On the wingtip there is Mount Hotham. We came from there. We flew into there, and also Falls Creek, and some big ski resorts and stuff over there. All right, so not sure what's happening with that texture down there. I'm guessing it's because it was potentially snow. I don't know. But at this time of year there wouldn't be snow here, but it doesn't look like snow, so it's a texture issue. Okay, so we are about to find... Hey Barker, good to see you back. That's alright Barker, I know everyone's busy. Good to see you watching. But yeah, so we are just to the start of the Murray, so we're nearly there. So Murray's quite a big a river that flows pretty much from here all the way. It's the border of Victoria, then it heads over to South Australia, well, Victoria, New South Wales border, heads over to South Australia, which we will obviously bump into this river. We're going to follow the rest of this river to the South Australian border and then turn south. But we will be heading over it again when we're in South Australia. So we're about to head to the border, and then I'm going to do a quick left. Oh, Stu's still in here. Stu is up there. No, Stu might have headed off. Has Stu headed off? Oh no, there you are, Stu. You're down the bottom. Hey Stu, there's some big mountains coming up, mate. We're in the Kosciuszko National Park, so you better get off the ground there. But he has got the Trinidad. The Trinidad's got a bit of power. Have a look at these clouds. So this is live weather, and if you don't know already, we are there's actually quite bad weather in some parts of Australia at the moment. Queensland and northern New South Wales, and I think it's heading down to New South Wales, or already is in New South Wales. So, alright, just before I continue that, we are just on the Murry River now. We're going to take a sharp left turn. But this is the Murray, so we are pretty much going to follow the Murray now all the way, or close. We're going to be obviously needing to head to airfields and stuff to land, so we're not going to be right on it, but we're pretty much going to be following this river most of the way. For a while. Alright, look at that. How good does this look? Didn't really want to go through this cloud, but it looks like we are. So we're currently over New South Wales. Have a look at this. We've actually got to follow that mountain range up right now. So there's a big bunch of clouds up there. Not looking too nice. Alright, so you can actually see now the Murray. That's the Murray right there. And that is, on the right side of that river is New South Wales. And on the left side is Victoria. But have a look at how good does this look. And Stu for the flyby. Absolutely stunning. So, it's just off, well, pretty much straight ahead in the distance there. Not going to be able to see it. We'll get a bit closer in a moment. But because of those clouds, is the Kosciuszko National Park, or the Mount Kosciuszko. It's a bit further out. Pretty sure we should be fine with fuel. Hope that's up to date. I don't think the fuel system's actually working too well. It's only telling me I've used 2%. I don't think that is working. But that's okay, we're not going to run out. That's the important part. Alrighty, so we're going to go through these clouds and then we're going to turn off. So the river will run to the left, but there you go. That's, well, the renowned in Australia it is, the Murray River, very renowned. So looking beautiful. And we'll just stick in here, but I think we should be good. For height and altitude, we should be fine. And we're going to pull a left straight back through this cloud. Oh, that'll look good. That looks good, breaking through those clouds. Why are we going up now? We don't want to go up. We want to stay the same. We want to hold our altitude. That's it. I can still see the Murray down the bottom with all this cloud cover, but if this cloud cover continues, we may have to turn off live weather just so we can still get the views. So if you just joined me for the stream, I think there's a few on at the moment. We are continuing our leg around Australia. We are currently following the Murry River, which is the border of Victoria and New South Wales. And we're going to follow this up. So we're continuing our leg around Victoria. We're definitely, I would say, halfway through now of that. Oh, look at that opener. That just looks, how good does that look? And Stu's flying with me today. But if anyone wants to fly with me, all you got to do is pick up the sim. And on my Discord, you can jump on the Discord and you can get the flight plans. Most of the time I remember to put them on there. And you can just join me on the flight. On my streams. And we'll just do it for a bit of fun. It's just fun having a few people. It's a chilled stream. I don't take everything too seriously. Now we're playing up. The autopilot seems to be playing quite a bit up again. Seems to be struggling. Give me an altitude hold, see if it works. No, it's going to take me down. No, it's going to hold. No, we're good now. Okay, that's good. Alright. Yeah, Regan, that's fine. You've got a PS5, PC. What do you play on? PS4, Xbox. The good news is Flight Sim is available on an Xbox and PC. So if you do have an Xbox, you can join in the fun by grabbing the sim. Have a look at that! Wow. And I know you do need some pretty beefy hardware to have it all fully graphics up like it is now on the sim here. But I know a few people that have it and have very basic systems, and you know what? You can get away with it. You can get away with it. Obviously, you've got to turn the quality down and everything, but you can still have the fun with flying with people, which is pretty cool. Well, awesome, Regan. You got a PC. You got a high-end PC. You can join in the fun. I don't know, you definitely know him because you'll see him on Twitter posting his stuff, but Gaming Dad, he was watching my stream, was it last week? The week before last week on Flight Sim, and that convinced him to go buy the sim. He bought the sim, he went and ordered himself a yoke and some pedals, and he was in my stream last week, so he converted straight over, and I've seen him making some content on Flight Sim, so it's very addictive. Well, you don't need an Xbox, you can get it on PC. Have a look at this. Stu's flying high. So we're still following the river. There it is. Crisscrossing over Victoria, New South Wales, Victoria, New South Wales. Yeah, Stu was last week. Gaming Dad was on. That's right. Yeah, he basically got converted with him just watching it once. he went and bought it all, and he's apparently loving it. I jumped on chat with him in my Discord to help him set up some things, but he's absolutely loving it. And I think he did a flight over Loch Ness, and that was stunning. Like, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. No problems, mate. All good. When you're ready. I think I'll be simming with Flight Sim for a long time to come. And the really good thing about it, they do regular updates. I know that sometimes they're not the best in terms of they crash the desktops and stuff, but this update, that's why I'm in it. Well, that's why you'll see a lot of Australian content on Flight Sim at the moment, because they just dropped last month, a month ago, an update of Australia. So they're doing regular updates of places around the world where they, as you can see, the photogrammetry and the satellite data is really top notch, and because some places around the world it's not as spot on as what we're seeing today. So yeah, they update it, they add extra airports without having, yes, there's lots of DLCs and aircraft you can buy and all that sort of thing, and airports, but if you just get the base sim, they do regular updates, and they go around the world and update places. So, you know, there's a lot of places in Europe they've already done the US, obviously, now Australia, but a lot of other places are to come. So they do quite a few drops every year. And there's a big update dropping, I think, tomorrow. It's not going to be a scenery update. It's going to fix a lot of bugs in the sim. So hopefully things will run a lot smoother and get a few more frame rates and stuff. So they definitely continue those updates. And as far as I know, it's something that they're going to continue to do for a long time to come. And one thing you probably can't see at the moment is I do run this on a super ultra. You've probably seen some of my recordings where I do super ultra wide because I've got an ultra wide screen. I am stopping to do those ultra wides just because 99% of people don't have an ultra wide 5K screen, so it doesn't look the best for a lot of you, especially if you're viewing it on small devices and stuff. So I've gone back to normal, this 4K pre-recorded stuff. And standard ratio for live streams. I'll probably up my live streams actually soon to higher resolution because I've got the upload speed and capacity to do so. But have a look at that. Look at this. Like, absolutely stunning. Again, you got the Murry River below us. But this is beautiful. So now we're obviously we're coming back down from the mountains, and this part of Victoria, well, obviously the right side of us is New South Wales, the left side is Victoria. We're going to come out from the mountain. It's going to be very flat. There'll still be the mountains, odd mountains around and hills around, as you can see, but it's quite flat as we follow the Murray around, obviously with the river. But still plenty to look at. Oh, this looks awesome on 4K. Yeah, I'll do some test streams and see if I can stream at a bit higher resolution. I'll just have to run some test streams, see if I can push it maybe to 2K or something on the streams. Yes, they certainly do. I don't think I have it. I can't do it. I don't have it in here, but yes, you can. So you can go to the settings and all the points of interest, airports will show up and everything. So 100%. It's not complicated. Like, people who haven't flown in sims and stuff go, oh, it's too hard, etc, etc. I'm not going to go into it. And Gaming Dad's a good example. He hasn't done any simming or anything before, and he's just flown into it and off he goes. So yeah, it'll come up with pointers that can come around. I'm obviously on I've got a second screen. Yeah, Stu, I know. Obviously I'm running 5K, but 5K, because it's stretched, I still think it's great because you can see a wider cockpit. But 4K I think still looks much better when with the sim than 5K, because obviously it's stretched. So you're only really running 1400 top to bottom. It's 5K across the bottom. It's from left to right. So I still enjoy it in the 4K too. But Regan, it's very good, very easy to get into. So you can actually, well, obviously the map, which you don't see, I haven't put the map up because on the second screen I run a map. So I'm running a map on a second screen on my left. That's why I look to the left a lot. That's also where I stream from, and all my second monitor's set up. But I have a map that I look at, and I also have on my iPad. I actually have the horizon and all that that sort of stuff set up on an iPad, so I actually don't really need to look at the bottom or the panel, the control panel, or the instrument panel of the plane. It's all on my iPad, so I can see my horizon, my speeds, my altitude, and everything. So I don't know if we can see it, but there's a flight just flying past us. It's a Jetstar flight, I think. Yeah, no, it's a Jetstar flight, which is just here. It's really high, but obviously we can't see it. No. Alright, I think we've got to turn left, but there is a jet. So it's got live traffic as well, Regan, which is pretty fun. Alright, we are coming. I think we're here. Chatting a lot. We are here. We are going past Corryong Upper. And we're getting close. We're going to have to drop down altitude-wise. So the map, I'll get it up. You can just use the V key, but I'll get up the map. So this is the normal map that you have. So this has got my flight plan. That's the flight plan that I've pre-made for today that we flow from down here. And this tells you where we're tracking. It's showing a live flight here. That's a live flight going on. It's a Jetstar flight, so a commercial airline in Australia. But we're obviously heading up to waypoint 12 there, and then we're going to go into our airport over here, or airfield. But you can see the Murray. So it's got all that, and it's got, this will have points of interest. I don't have any of that switched on. So airports, points of interest, so all that will come up when you have the points of interest switched on. Towns, airports, all that sort of stuff. So you'll be able to know exactly where you are. And you can pre-do that flight plan. I use other software to do it, Little Navmap. But you can in the start, when you start up the sim, you can go to a world map and actually pre-do all that flight plan. So you can, fly from your place. You can spawn in at your, actually just above your place if you wanted to, and fly to an airport that's close to you or whatever you want to do. So yeah. Now we're pretty high, so I'm just overrunning our final, so I can reduce height, altitude. But this is it. We're pretty much at the end of the flight. That was a great flight, actually. Really enjoyed that, following the Murray up there. There's the airfield. You can see that. We've overshot it a little bit. That's just because I want to reduce my altitude. And actually, you know what? We are going to come in. We are going to actually join downwind because the wind direction has changed slightly. Well, it's more of a crosswind, but we'll reduce height going this way. And that's a town of Corryong, just on the left. Very high, too high. Come on, drop down. Way high, but again, a beautiful flight. So, where's Stewie? He's probably already landed, has he? Oh, there he is. There he is. He's down. Stu's going straight in. Well, I'm finishing the circuit because I'm too high. I need to come down in altitude. But Stu's already low enough to go in for a straight-in approach. So it is a crosswind. The wind's changing all over the place at the moment. It's only very slight. It's only a couple of knots. So technically it doesn't. Not a biggie. So we're going to be landing just over here. Stu's coming into approach there, but I am just trying to reduce some altitude and probably a little bit of a headwind for Stu. Or is he following? Oh no, he's following me. He's coming in around. No, he's going in. He's going in. Let's see how he goes. Quite far away. We'll see. What's our altitude? We're okay. Let's go, Stu. I know you've got to rush off to another stream. You're going to go and rush off to Brett's stream. Nice one, Stu. We're still too high, so... Oh, good, Regan. We're just about to land, actually, at our final airfield. So Stu just touched down. And we're about to do the same. About to get onto the ground. You got your snack? Well, I am going to... It's going to be a bit of a long one, but I am going to probably jump on. It was butter, Stu. It was absolutely perfect. And thank you for joining the stream. It's great having you there. Hello, Super Luca. How you doing? We're just quite high. We've taken a very long before we turn onto base because we're too high. But yeah, so I was going to stream, well I am streaming, I'm planning still to stream some farming sim after this. It just might be a bit, what time have we got at the moment? So it might be a bit of a late start, not sure yet. But yeah, I'll jump onto the farming sim. I don't know, Abaka and Jacket Taddy can't join me today. They've got a lot on, but look at that, it's looking beautiful. I want to overshoot the runway. I think I have overshot the runway. Let's go. There we go. Oh, we have it. But yeah, so yeah, jumping on some farming sim after this. I'll see where we're at with the farm. Maybe do a harvest. It might not be long. It might be an hour stream or something. Yes, you can, Regan. It's basically... you can set those settings, so you can have it so you don't crash, you can have it realism, you can even have mechanical problems that will randomly happen, you know, an engine out, oil pressure, all that sort of stuff. You can set all that up. I don't have any of those random mechanical issues or anything happening, but I have everything else on realism. Whoa, coming in too high. Everything else is on realism, so obviously if I hit the ground too hard, all that sort of stuff, it will not be good. Not be good at all. But we have, oh no, there's no wind now, there you go. So from a crosswind to nothing. So, yeah, you definitely, you don't see it. The screen just goes black, unfortunately. We're coming in a bit fast here, but we're okay. But I'm happy there's no wind. Oh, I thought it was going to stutter then. Not center line though, but it's okay. Beautiful. Absolutely smooth as, but not center line. Not happy with that, but that's okay. Let's go line up next to Stu and let's finish the stream off. Butter, butter, that's for sure. Nice little airfield out here. Actually, look at that. What a surrounding. We'll go nose to nose, Stu, yeah? Nose to nose. There we go. Don't know what's oh, nearly. So at Regan, so you can't hit anyone, unfortunately. Well, it's good, I suppose. But I can just, I've got a little add-on here that I can just push back a little bit so I can just see Stu a little better. And then I'll zoom out and we'll finish the stream. I know the brake's on, but that's okay. There we go. Alrighty. So that's the stream done. That's a beautiful aircraft. I love the Trinidad that Stu's in over there. Again, thank you everybody. Looks like we got 10 on. Oh, nice work. Thanks Adam for joining at the end there. But we're just finishing up, but we will be going on to a farming sim. I'm due to go live in about 45 minutes. It might be a bit later, just because this flight went a bit later, longer than I thought. But yeah, but other than that, thanks everybody for joining the stream. Thanks Stu. It's been a pleasure. Now I'll see if this is working. I don't know why my outside view is not where my inside's working. Anyway, thanks Stu. It's been a pleasure having you on the flight with me again today. It's been a pleasure having you here, Regan, as well. Thank you so much for joining. And Adam as well, I think you're in here as well. Who else have we had in today? We've had Barker as well. Super Luca. Who else have we had? We had a few at the start. We had DJ. Nick Jamison, I think, is downloading the sim. So hopefully he'll be on the flight next time with us. If you are listening or watching, Nick, good luck with that. And yeah, just check out for the next live stream so you can jump on with us. Adam Gaming, thank you for being on, having a good chat in there. Arcos was on here. Rolly was on here. And yeah, DJ was on here. Munro Juicy was on here. So we had a few. Brett was on here as well. Gamers Jet. So yeah, quite a few of you on here today, which was fantastic. And yeah, thank you all. And like always, I might just throw off some fireworks if that's going to work for the end of the stream today in this beautiful location. And this is probably where we'll head off next time for our next stream. But yeah, thanks everyone. And I appreciate the support, appreciate the chatting, and you all are legends for being part of it. Nah, all good, Adam. I understand. Like, I watch a lot of streams, and I'll be doing the housework, and I'll have it on the big screen. I normally do, Nick, a stream every Monday. Oh, sorry, that's Australia time. But it's Monday morning, which would be, depending on where you are, Sunday night on the other side of the world. GMT, I think it's, if I was right, it's 9:30. I don't know, 11 plus 11 minus 11. We're Australia, so I'm in Australia, Victoria. But just yeah, keep an eye out. Jump on my Discord, Nick. You can hook up to my Discord, and I post the flight plans in there and my next stream. And you can also just have a chat to me in there, and I can let you know when exactly the next stream is. Hopefully, I'm actually having a lot of fun with the stream, so I'm hopefully going to get 2 going with my streams as well. So I don't know what that other day will be yet. It might be midweek, but there's a lot of other streamers that do flight sims, so I want to try to work around that. But yeah, thanks everybody. See you next time, and have a good one. And I am signing off now. Thank you. There you go. So 6:20 for you. Perfect. So I started streaming at, I don't know what this flight, an hour and a half it went for. So yeah, but all good. Thanks, Nick. Yep, get that all downloaded, and I'll be with you next time.